Hello, people. I see there are two people here. Hello, hello. Anyone watching? Watching? Anyone watching? You can use the comment box, live chat if you want. Actually, I'm a bit tired today, so I don't know how long I can live stream, but let's see. Today's agenda is to compare five completely different languages. Actually, there are four because C and C++ are not very different. So, four completely different languages. We will be comparing them, and yeah, we'll see the basics of programming, the building blocks of programming with those in all of those five programming languages. And to do that, I'll be using repl.it because it's my favorite place to code online. So I'll be using that, and as you can see, I can make, actually I would have, yeah, Java basic programming. I made it a couple of days ago, because 4 days ago actually, because I had this idea in my mind about this video. I hope the voice is yeah, you can hear me, right? If you can, and if anyone is there, please comment down, comment. Okay, so yeah, we'll be doing Java, as you can see in the what thumbnail as well. If you could, Java, C++. Actually we'll be using C or C++, I don't know, any one of them, because both are exactly same. So I guess we should be using C, and then you'll be using Python and JavaScript. So, and hopefully by the end you will see how these different programming languages are very similar, and of course we'll see how they are different, because I want you to have a clear picture of that as well. So yeah, let's start. Okay, so these are basically some things. One more thing, functions. Actually, functions, I don't know if we'll cover that, but we'll definitely cover these things, which are actually essentially the building blocks of any programming language, because function just helps to modularize our code easily, so that we can divide our code in our different uh, well sections, or whatever you want to say. So yeah, so I don't know if we'll be using that, but let's see if we can. So yeah, let's quickly make REPL for other three as well. I'll select C as my programming language, and I'll just say C programming basics, like I did for Java, and it will open in the same, no worries. I'll make another one. Let's see, Python, and I'll just say Python programming and basics. Okay, and it opens in the same. Let's just quickly make JavaScript as well, and we'll just say JavaScript programming basics. So yeah, we have our four files, and actually C and C++ are really same, so you should not notice any differences in them. So yeah, for those of you are wondering why is here Node, so basically Node is a runtime for JavaScript. which means is it helps to run JavaScript. That's it, nothing more fancy than that. So let's quickly retrieve our two more files, C and Java. Okay, that is taking some time. I should have opened that beforehand, but no worries. Just quickly see my ripples. And JavaScript, we have that opened. We'll open this and we'll open this. Did it open? Yeah, it opened. It opened, and this as well. So now we have our four REPL or environments, so we can code in all of them simultaneously, which is really cool. So in the Java, I have commented every thing which we need, and I'll just copy and paste. So I'll just select all of this and copy and paste to JavaScript. I'll just copy and paste to C, and I'll just copy and paste to Python, but it should not work because this type of comment is not supported by Python. So we have to remove this and add a pound symbol. Yeah, so for comments we use hash in Python, and all of the other languages support the 2/ comment. So comment are basically the code which actually that is not the code, that is simply the thing which is ignored by the compiler or interpreter while running our code. So I can write anything here and it will not be read by the compiler, which is really cool. So comments are basically used to say important things, like here we just noted our things that we have to discuss today, and in other cases you can define you know about a function, like you can write one sentence about the function, that what it is doing, so that in later after a month or two you come again to that project to work or to implement something else, so you can see the code and get at once that what this code is doing. Okay, so that's what a comment is. And now if you notice at the structure in in JavaScript and Python, we got the completely empty files, right? But here in Java we have something called class, then we have something called main, and I don't know, public static void main, whatever the hell it means. I won't be discussing that, by the way. But to run a file, or to run any program in Java or in C, actually you need to have some code. You cannot just simply write here something and expect it to what the hell happened here. Okay, my computer became slow at once only, so I don't know. Okay, so you cannot expect it to run your code like this only. You write here something and you expect it to run, it won't happen. You need to have a entry point, like here it's main. Actually main is the entry point in C, C++, Java, or that type of languages. You need to have a main function, that this is called function, that that is the starting point of the program. So from here our program starts to run. Okay, but in languages like Python and JavaScript we don't have any main functions like that, but we our execution of the program in JavaScript or Python happens from top to bottom. So first our line 1 will be executed, then 2, then 3, then 4, and same way in Python as well. Okay, so that is the basic structural difference between Java and C. And if you can see here, we have to we have used some extra thing like include stdio. Okay, stdio.h. So what that does, that actually gives standard input output functionality in our C program. So without that, actually this code is valid, but we won't be able to input or output something here. So we need that. That's basically a library. Basically library is a code or functionality written by someone else, code written by someone else, that we can use, import or include here in our program and use that. Okay, so that's how it really works. So input output function is written by someone else in standard.io.h file, and we can include that in our file, and we can simply say printf and say hello world, and that should run. So yeah, it shows hello world in C. And if we comment that out, and you can see that here's a green line already showing us that printf is not defined, so it's not in this file since we don't have this included in our file. So if we run, we should get a warning, and oh wow, they printed it. I guess they implicitly declared it. So yeah, implicitly declaring library function. Okay, so I guess they implicitly included it, but yeah, if we try to do it in our local environment, in our computer, it won't have worked. So anyways, that's the basic difference between these four languages. But let's say the similarities. Okay, so I don't know how many of you know the difference between expression and statements. So what's the difference between expression and statement? I'll pause for 2 minutes and okay, let's continue. So basically let's write some code and then discuss that. Okay, I'll choose Python to write it because it's really short. So we can just simply say print 4 plus 5. Okay, oops, what's the error? Unexpected indentation. Okay, my bad. Python is really certain about indentation. Indentation is basically the white spaces from horizontal white spaces before the any line or something. So yeah, I removed all the white spaces. Now we can just simply run it. So this, you would have guessed this because 4 plus 5 is 9 obviously, but here something is expression and something is statement. So what actually is what? Okay, so if I were to open a terminal here and open a Python 3 shell, so basically this is Python 3 and I can run Python commands here. So here also if we type 4 plus 5, this gives us 9, right? No issues. And if we say print 4 plus 5, this also gives us 9, but this one is expression, okay, and this one is a statement. Now why I say that? And obviously this is a statement and this again is an expression. So what is an expression actually? Expression is basically a combination of operators, in this case addition operator and operands, which ultimately breaks down to a single value, in this case 9. and statement is something which does in program, and in this case prints out to the console. Okay, if I were to say here just 4 plus 5, it won't do anything. It won't be an error, but it should not do anything. Okay, it doesn't show up anything, right? So this is just an expression. It breaks down to 9, but it doesn't do anything to the program. But in other case, print does something, right? uh, so this is something which exists in every programming language, right? Like in this case, I can, why is it opening in, never mind, print f, I'll just say print f. I guess it's running, the REPL is using a lot of RAM, and I am using 3 at the same time, so I don't know. I'll just use a d, and I'll say 4 plus 5. Same expression, different way of writing it, but this is doing exactly the same thing. It prints out 9 to the console. In this case, we have to give a special character. This is \n or new line. If you notice here, the prompt, or this orange thing which is called prompt, is same in the same line as you know, why is it giving us error? Basically it's in the same line as of 9, but if we give a \n, which stands for new line character, it pushes down to a new line. So here is \n, which shows that the next character after this should be in the new line. So that's basically what it is doing. Okay, so let's move to Java thing. Okay, now how we print out something, or in the same thing here, this is statement and this one is expression. We'll see expression and statement again in everything, because statement and expression is everywhere, right? So I still don't get it. The program runs, but it's still giving us an error, unexpected semicolon, I don't know why. So we can just say system dot out dot print ln, and we can simply say 4 plus 5. I hope it should work. And if we say yeah, it did work. So it again prints 9 to the console, and this is a statement, and this is an expression. Dot log. Okay, it's again in orange. I don't know why, but okay, if you know, do comment down. I just need a okay, so this is about statement and expression, difference between those two. Next up, variables. So every language has variables, right? So what are variables? Like in maths, variables stores value. Variables are like bucket which stores value in them. In JavaScript, we declare variable as var to show that it's a variable next to it. So we can say x is equal to 90, and we can simply console.log x down here. Actually in JavaScript, semicolon is optional. You can give, you may not give. In Python you need not give, you need not know. In JavaScript you need not. In Python you don't have to, because that's syntactical error. I guess that should be a syntax error. It's taking some time to run. It's taking some time. Oh, it's wow. I don't know if it is syntax error or not. I'll just confirm it. Python 3. I'll just run 5 plus 7 okay, it's not an error. So okay, it's, I don't know, Python developer will tell me. They will get error some time, I guess. I don't know. So okay, never mind. In so did we run it? Okay, so in JavaScript we run it, and we see that we get 90 even though we console.log x. So which means that x stores the value 90. Same way we can say var y equals x plus 80, 89, okay, anything, and we can console.log here y. And it's again taking some time, I don't know why. And it prints 179, 90 x and 179. Please note here that I am not trying to teach you a particular language. I'm just trying to teach you the basics of programming, and I want to tell you that the elements, the building blocks, the basic elements of programming basically is same in each and every language. Okay, someone mentioned in my story, I'll check it out. Okay, so let's see variables in Python. So in Python we simply say the variable name, and we'll just simply say like this, equals, okay, and y equals x plus I don't know 80, and we can simply say print x comma y. Hopefully it makes sense, or wait, yeah, 190 and 70. Okay, note here I'm incrementing by 80, and here I'm just incrementing by 89. Okay, so yeah, this works too. So we can declare variable, we can work with variable in the same way. This is expression, this statement, complete statement is a statement basically, okay, because it is assigning the value, it is also doing some task, but this returns to a value, breaks down to a single value, 179. Okay, so I hope expression and statements are clear now. So let's just quickly jump to variables in Java. And in Java and C and C++, we need to define the data type of variables. Okay, so data type, what are data type? Basically these are the type of data we want to store inside that variable, whether it is int for integer, whether it is a float for floating point, basically real number, the decimal points number, okay, whether it is double. So double is also like float, it stores decimal points, but float stores the capacity of float is very less compared to double. Basically float double can store up to double size of float. Okay, basically you can say that. So in this case I'll just wanna store int x equals, I don't know, I guess we were using 90, and in this case, in Java case, we have to give a semicolon, and we can move ahead, and we can simply say int y equals x plus 89 semicolon, and we can simply say system dot out dot, this is just syntax for printing out to the console, this one is a console. Alright, so this changes with the language, but the concept remains the same. That is the whole point. Okay, why is it giving me error? PRINTLN. Okay, I can't do this, I have to. Alright, oh no, this should work. Hello, I just saw your comment. So same as JavaScript, the concept is same, just we need to define the data type in Java, and in Python and JavaScript we don't need that. And in same way we can define variables in C or C++, but we need to define the data type of the variable. Like in this case we want x 90 and int y equals x plus 89. Alright, and in this case we need to know you're not disturbing. How are you disturbing? If you're finding it I don't know, informative, stick around. Actually the video is a bit laggy, so I read your comments early. That's how it works. Okay, I'll just reply you right here. X and Y. Well, this is how we declare or print the console. I'm sorry, I was reading the comment. Alright, so yeah, that's variable are basically the storage for any values. Okay, so we saw the different data types in Java and Python. Also we have data types actually, so we can say something like type of, actually we have to console.log type of, and we can simply say type of 9, and we'll get a number, right? We'll get a number because in JavaScript we don't actually have something like integer or floating point value. चल झूठा अरे नहीं, I don't know, is the video running? Is stream, I don't know, stream is going on, right? Okay, so even if we do a floating point or decimal point, we'll get same number. So in JavaScript we don't actually have different types of data types. Actually we just have the number, the string, and we have something called as Boolean data type, which will see here in flow controls. So we have something like true or false. So if we see here, we have Boolean data type, and actually these data types are available in every language, because to work or to program to write any program we need data type, because we need data, right? So yeah, in JavaScript we have something called as undefined, and we have something called as NaN, and we have something called as null. Alright, so let's see. Okay, null is an object. My bad. Okay, null is an object. Okay, null is an object. And what is an object? That's really language specific, so I don't want to get to it. An array is also an object. So these are basically language specific. The object are language specific. NaN, not a number, is ironically a number, a type of number. Okay, so I don't know why is that, but yeah, undefined has a different data type. So that's really language specific. So again, so I don't want to get to that, but these three are in every language. So there might be multiple data type for number, and in string there might be two types of string. That string is basically a group of characters, right? So string can be categorized as group of number, and there will be a single character like, wait, yeah, so yeah, so character, there will be another data type like char, which is a single character, only single character, which is available in Java and C, but not in Python and JavaScript. Okay, so let's see some data types here as well. I'll just copy and paste. Wait, is there a type of, I'll have to see in Python. It's actually faster, so I prefer this type, I guess. Yeah, so I can see here, I'll just print type 9.5. I have to enclose that in parentheses because yeah, it's necessary. So yeah, let's remove that space. I don't know why, but yeah, let's do that, and let's copy and let's enclose that in quotes. By the way, if you didn't notice, string are basically group of character, and to define a string you need to enclose that in quotes, either single or double quotes. Well, you can do that either single or double in Python and JavaScript, but in Java you have to use double quotes if you are defining a string, and you have to use a single quote if you are defining a character. That's necessary and important to remember. Okay, so yeah, here we have true but with a capital T, so type true, and I don't know if there are anything else. So yeah, we do have one thing, like in Python we do have int and float, different. Okay, so let's just see. So yeah, we have float. 9.5 is float, integer 9 is integer, str basically stands for string or pronounced as str, and boolean is for bool. So bool is for boolean, which stands for true or false, which again will become or come into picture when we reach here, branching and repetition, basically flow control statement. So yeah, please hold on till that. Again, in Java, I don't really know how to check type of in Java, so let's check that out. Actually, we don't really need a type of, you know why? Because in here we define the data type and it cannot change the data type. So I mean, we already know the data type of a variable while defining it, so we don't really need it, because this type and type of we don't really use with data like this. We generally use with what do you say, variable, so that we can get the type of variable, what type of variable it is. So yeah, I don't know if we do have, but that doesn't really make any sense in Java and C. Language is basically where we have to specify the data type beforehand. Okay, so yeah, so here we have float, z, we have string. Notice string is with capital S. Here it's showing I don't know, yeah, and here it is showing green because we haven't given any value here, and if we give here value it will be good. So yeah, I guess we have a char also, char c equals h. Now notice if I give here double quotes, it should give me an error. it should give me an error. It won't give me an error. Okay. But I guess if I use single quote around it, it should give me an error. Yeah, it will give me an error. So we can't use single quotes around string. I knew there was something like this, but I guess yeah, in char we can ignore that, but in string we have to use double quotes around the string. Okay, and as always we have boolean uh, is true value. We can specify it to true, and here we go. Alright, so the thing to note here, I'll just close this terminal. I will just open the C, and the same way, actually in C we don't have boolean. Okay, in C we have float, k we have double as I, we have char as ch, but we do not have string, and we do not have what you say, bool. Okay, so in C, or in most of the language actually, 0 is used as false, and 1 or any other natural number is used as true value. So you think you may need to notice here. Okay, so and to use string we have to use something like this, hello world. Alright, so this is how we define a string. I know this looks a bit crazy, I don't know why, but this is simply saying a group of characters or array. If you don't know what array is, well, I don't want to get into that, but basically it's group of continuous elements. So in this case, group of continuous characters. Okay, hope that makes sense. I don't want to really go deep into that because this is just basic tutorial about programming. So yeah, that's about it. And wait, I'll just quickly check this. I'll close this and okay, fine. Now next, operators. Actually we have been using operators. This plus operator is an operator, and this thing is, I guess, available in every programming language. So I just want to just brief out. Okay, so we have something called, I'll just console.log everything. Okay, so that we don't have to use variables, but we can store any expression, any complex expression to variable. Like we can do something crazy like this thing minus 90 and then again divide something like this, and we can do something crazy like this, and we can even give here bracket, okay, parenthesis, and we can do something crazy like this and again store it to variable. And I don't want to do that. I can simply copy this and paste it here. Okay, and this is exactly how you would do your math. Okay, this is exactly how it's done. The bracket will be executed first, then here only multiplication and division, that actually could happen at the same time, but division happens first, then multiplication. And I don't know if you want to do the math, but this is how it is. Okay, so yeah, this is basically the same thing, but if you want to do the math, you can do the math. I can't stop you. So basically we have wait, I can just comment. We have addition, we have subtraction, we have multiplication, we have division, and we have modulus. So what modulus is? Well, modulus is basically console.log modulus gives the remainder. All right, the remainder of thing. Like if I divide 5 by 2, then what would be the remainder? Okay, that is given by the modulus operator. Okay, so and what will be the quotient is given by this slash, which is dividing. Okay, so hope that makes sense. Star is for multiplication if you are really I don't know, new to this. So star is multiplication and division and modulus. Okay, so this is the arithmetic operator, basically mathematics operator. Okay, these are all for maths. Then we have something called logical operator. Okay, so logical operator, is that logical or relational? Actually, first let's do relational operator. Okay, so relational operator, as the name suggests, just gives, let's copy the console.log a couple of times, just gives the true or false value, which will be like, is 5 greater than 2 or it's 5 less than or equal to 2. So one should give true, one should give false, because both cannot be true, right? Alright, so 5 is greater than 2. Okay, that's confirmed. And 5 is not less than or equal to 2. That's false. So basically relational operators are greater than, less than, less than less than equal to, greater than equal to. And interestingly, when I used equal to in assigning variable, you might have noticed, and you might have not noticed, but we can't use equal to here. Okay, so we have to use double equal to. And in JavaScript we actually use triple equal to also, but I don't wanna, again, language specific, I don't wanna go. So yeah, this is basic programming, I don't want to say that again. And we have not equal to. Okay, and this is in universal, it is used in every programming language, and you will see that in action in just a second. Okay, so these are relational operators. I'll just write it: arithmetic operator. I can actually share the link in the description after we are done with the live stream, so you can just come here and check out the code. Okay, I'll just give colon, I won't use that. And this is a relational operator. I'll just move these two below it, and we can move ahead to logical operator. So logical operator combines different relational operators basically. Okay, so what they do is they would just be like wait, अब जाके सांस आया. Ankit is messaging me, I'm sorry. So yeah, so they combine these two. Like I can just simply say 5 is greater than 2, or actually I would have to use this, or 5 is less than equal to 2. Basically this takes everything and it will return true, because for obvious reasons. Alright, so third one is this. Actually it's getting really slow. I don't know why do you do this, why do you do this to me? And then we have, till it's running, I'll just, okay, it returned true. Okay, and that should return false. Okay, just spoiler alert. And we have one thing called at not. Alright, so we have this thing which is known as or. Then we have double ampersand, which is called as and then we have a bang, which is also known as not equal to. Oh, for God's sake, not. Alright, so what this does, okay, or as the name suggests, either this or this is true, the result will be true. Alright, as you can see here. So we can just run. So we know that this value is false, this value is true, right? So either this or this is true, we'll get true. Okay, we can actually do something cool and make a table, but I don't want to do that. All right. Okay, let me show you. I don't know. No. Truth table. All right. Console.log true or true. All right, and then again we'll just copy and paste it 4 times, and we'll change this to false, then we'll change this to false, and then we'll change both of them to false to see every combination what result does it make. And we'll do the same for this one is for or, and wait, console.log, we'll just do something like, we'll do something like, I'll give a partition and I'll just copy this thing and I'll just paste it here. Alright, and we'll copy this and we'll paste it here, and we'll simply change it to and we'll change every single one of them to double ampersand to change it to and obviously we don't need 4 for not, but we'll just do something like not, and we can simply remove these two, and we can remove the second value, because as you might have seen above, true not just takes one single value, and it just gives opposite result. If it is true, it will give false. If it is false, it will give true. So only one input it will take. Let's see the output, and there we have it. Alright, so let's see the or first, and either one of them, if it is true, I said it should give us true. So in the first case both of them are true, so it gives us true. In the second case one of them is true, so it gives true. And in the same case third one is also one is true, so it gives true. But in the fourth case both of them are false, hence it gives us false. And that's how or works. The same way, and if both of them are true, it will give us true, else it will give false. So in only in the first case both of the cases are true, both of the side of the and, that's why it gives true. And all the other case only one value or none of the value is true, hence it falls to false. It gives false. Alright, and in the not case it's pretty straightforward. Not true, not false. Okay, so not true then false, not false then true. Okay, it just gives the opposite value of that. So yeah, these are the basic operators in in programming, but yeah, these are in JavaScript. Alright, so yeah, let's move ahead quickly to Python. Alright, in Python as well, I won't be commenting down. Alright, so let's just comment down in JavaScript only, and let's just see them in action in every language. So for relational operators, I'll just print one thing like I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, everything that works in JavaScript will work in Python for the operator. Okay, yeah, it worked. So you can do the math, you can see. Alright, I don't know why you would do that, but you can do that. Alright, so yeah, wait a minute, I have to, yeah, so that's arithmetic operator. And then we can see that we have greater than and less than as well. Alright, we can see that it will give us true with a capital T, and we have and or not as well. But in Python, instead of having the symbols, we have the exact words and or not, like print true or false. All right, it should print true because either of them is true. The concept is same, the style of writing is different. All right, that makes sense. I hope it does. All right, we are about to have 1 hour completed. I don't think we will be able to complete all of this, but yeah, let's try, man. Okay, the concept is same. So we have the basic layer. Just let's see the uh, you know thing in action. All right, let's just see and and for not we just need one, so we'll remove the second one. We'll go at the and we'll say not. So it should give us false, it should give us false. So yeah, false, false. All right, clear. So in Python actually we have something known as uh, integer division. All right, and we have something called as, I don't know, we do yeah, double star. This is power, this one is power. Okay, so what this does is, let me show you just real quick. This one 12 by 3, if I do this, actually it will okay, let's simply do that. And if we check the result, we'll see that first one gives us 4.0 and second one gives us 4, which means this will give us the integer part and this will give us the exact division with decimal points and all. So it will return us a float value, but this will return us a integer value, right? So in the same way, if we do like print 2 double star 8, oh wait, 2 double star 3, it should give us 8 because this is saying like 2 to the power 3, right? So it should give us 8, and yes, it does give us 8. All right, so it does give us 8. Whoop. Mistake. Yeah. So yeah, and in the same way we have operators in Java and C as well. But in Java and C we have the basically all of the operators in JavaScript. Okay, Python have some extra operators which we don't have in Java, in other languages basically. So we can simply do, we actually saw operators like this in action. So we can simply say 45 plus 35 divided by something and multiplied by something and mod something and whatnot. Alright, we have that. We can simply print out. Hopefully it does print. Or it gives us an error because string cannot be converted to character. As I said, we need. Alright, so this doesn't give us an error, but the compiler did give us an error, does give us an error. So yeah, we need to. What the? I didn't want to get into this, but yeah, now it does. So what happened here? Well, I told you that double and float are decimal points, right? So when we just write 9.8, it like it thinks that it is double. Alright, so it gave us an error that, yeah, so it gave us an error that it is double and you are saving it to float, so it's loosely converted and everything. So if we change to double, it should not give us an error. Yeah, so the way we say write float in Java is just have the number, write the number with the decimal point and add a f after that. Okay, like I did before. Anyways, this 43 is the, oh, what do you say, a result of this. Okay, and same way we can say system dot, actually I'll just copy and paste it from above, and I'll just say this is I am actually getting bored doing this because in every language, so I don't know if I'll just do one example, a complete example for everything, and one example for in every language. Okay, I won't be doing everything for, because yeah, so 56 is greater than 90, that is incorrect, so we get false, and this is or, so either this one or this one should be true, so since one is true, so we get true. Alright, so that is in Java, and should we quickly see, actually we can simply say this. Alright, we can copy this, we can do some changes, like we have to delete this, we have to delete these, and we have to delete this actually, and we'll have to add a semicolon after each of them. Actually actually yeah, I'll just delete this and give semicolon here and give f here. That should work. Here also f, that should work. Semicolon semicolon, and that should work. Oh, come on. Oh, it's C. Come on, it's C. %d, actually %f for float, because it will give us a float value, and here we'll just print %d, we'll get a boolean value. So yeah, we need to add a line break so that we can see our results more clearly, and in the last print statement as well, I'll just add a line break, and here we go. So one, as I said, I don't know why this is showing 0, because alright, we have to, this is something called language specific, but we can't divide to int, which in this case was here, and expect the result to be float. Okay, so that is just I don't know, annoying, but okay, we have to deal with it. So if we reverse the sign and run it again, we should get 0, and hence in C we don't have true and false, we have ones and zeros. And in same way we can do something like this, we can do this, and we can do something true value, like I don't know, if even if we say 1, it will be true. Alright, so yeah, I can prove it that this value is false since we got 0 for it, and I have, so this value is false, and for it to give us 1 or true, it should be true, so 1 is true, and I can simply say 60 or any other number really, and it should again give us true since it is not you know, what do you say, this is a bitwise operator, single or, but we won't be doing that. Okay, that something you should do in specific language course, and this is a programming course, by the way. So yeah, alright, so this gave us a warning, but it again gives us the result 1. Hence any other language other than 0, we can try with 0 as well. Any other language, any other number besides 0 is true in C, alright, or in any other language as per se. So yeah, these are operators in programming, alright. So these are the basic operators, alright. Wait, yeah, so these are basic operators, and now we'll just get into flow control, and I'll go to JavaScript because every documentation is going inside that only. So yeah, what is flow control? Flow control is basically controlling the flow of our program. Okay, so let's see. MBA versus ME. What? MBA versus ME? I didn't get you, man. I'm sorry. MBA though, no master degree, sorry. If you are asking me what should you do, so no master degree. Say no to everything. Say no to studies, man. Say no to studies. Alright, so flow control. Basically controlling the flow of our wait, just checking something. Yeah, flow control is party. What party? क्या बोल रहा भाई? So yeah, for the, I don't know, 50th time, flow control is just controlling the flow of our programming or program. Okay, so we do that in 2 ways. So one, we can actually branch out our code, like we want to execute a certain amount of code only if a certain condition is true, else we don't want to execute that code. Alright, and other, the repetition, as the name suggests, we want to execute a certain code well, again and again. Okay, we want to repeat a certain block of code, which we do that under repetition. So let's first see branching, and we do that using if else statement. So we generally have a condition inside this which returns either true or false value. So if 50 is greater than 89, which is not happening, just console.log 67. Alright, I don't know why. Probably because it comes in between that. Alright, so as you can see, my 67 was not logged inside the console. So yeah, a win-win situation. Why is it loading? Alright, I don't think I can complete this in one video. So that was a clickbait, yeah, but you did understand the different languages, right? So yeah, just 2 things are left. One's flow control, and second one is probably function, which we can complete it in the next video or tomorrow's live stream. Okay, so for now I guess it will be a wrap up, and bye bye, I guess. Also, follow me on Instagram because I'm pretty much very active there. Urban Codes, yeah, Instagram/Urban Codes. You can search and I'll be there. I'll be there for you. Till then, bye bye. I'll see you in the next live stream because I'm not feeling like making videos anymore. So, yeah, bye bye. Stay safe, by the way, stay safe. And bye bye.